Hello, Potato, and welcome to Weekend Magic for April the 30th, 2022. So no big themed thing this week like last week's Mickey Mouse, the main attraction, although they did announce, I think yesterday they revealed that the next one is coming super quick. It's coming this coming Friday, or next Friday, the 6th, in other words. So hopefully it will go as easily and as smoothly as the Space Mountain Sail did. I had no problems. I'm still astounded, and hopefully I will be astounded again. And hopefully, we'll eventually get to a point where I'm no longer astounded when Shop Disney works properly. But this week, though, we're going to do something I haven't done in a little while. We're going to put a pin in the week and look at a series of Disney pin trading pins, 3 of which are D23 exclusives. But being pins, they're all rather small, so we need to go down there to look at them. So the pins we're looking at today have actually been sitting around here for a little while. I spent 3 weeks looking at those action figures, and then last week was Mickey Mouse, the main attraction. And so they've been sitting around for a little bit, waiting for me to get around to doing a video on them. So today is their day. And we're going to start off with the only pin on the set that's not any sort of limited edition or limited release, and that is this one. A Mickey and Minnie. I believe this was meant to be a Valentine's Day pin, but I don't think we ordered it until a fair bit after that. Although again, it's not like limited edition, limited release. It does have the Disney Parks logo on it specifically, which is nice. Is that normal though? I don't pay enough attention anymore. It makes sense to be Disney Parks because there's no Disney stores to speak of anymore, unless you want to buy the little blind box things. But this is not just Mickey and Minnie making out in front of the castle. It's not just pin on pin. It is like one of those like swing pins. Yep. Mickey and Minnie, let's turn it so the light's not glaring off of it. Mickey and Minnie swing back and forth. So I guess if you put this on like your lanyard or something, or your backpack, they would rock back and forth as you move about. Not super smoothly, but they would rock back and forth. Now this is the one of today's videos, or rather one of today's pins, that I had to actually take out of the bag because, as has become Shop Disney's wont, they did put the big label right in front of the front of the pin. But to be fair, if you flipped it around the other side, it wouldn't be much better because that's where all the warnings are, which is weird because I don't think pins normally come with all those warnings on them. But this one did for whatever reason. But it's just a cute little pin, Mickey and Minnie indulging in a little PDA. Which I think if you really got into it like that in Disney parks, they might come and tell you to stop. But pin's nice. Single pin back, Mickey, trading pin, yada yada, all that good stuff. I don't know how much it cost because it's been sitting around here for a while. From there, we'll go to the only other pin that's not a D23 exclusive, and that is going to be this one. The Turning Red limited release pin. I think this was called the cast pin, I think is how it was called on the website. And it shows Mei-Lin in her red panda form. Spoilers, by the way, if for some reason you haven't watched the movie yet, you should watch it. It's cute. The designs of the characters are interesting, but I enjoyed the ending. And despite being neither Asian, Canadian, nor female, I still found the movie to be quite accessible and entertaining, despite what some people may have said back at the time of its release. But we do have all of the Mei-Lin's little friends hanging on her as she bounds through the air in a, frankly, fairly Totoro-ish style. At least I feel like there's a Totoro kind of thing going on here. It is pin on pin. The head and the girls are a separate piece from the backing. It is a double pin back because it is a pretty hefty pin. I guess we should take it out and take a better look at it, because also better than listening to it crinkle, isn't it? Hold on. Here we go. Now it's out of the package. I think that's a little easier to see. So yeah, we got pin on pin going here. I don't remember the names. I don't remember the names anymore of her friends. I haven't only watched it the one time. And we do have a little bit of a crease on the card here, unfortunately. We are seeing a little bit of return to bad habits from Shop Disney of not really shipping pins in the best possible way, but the pin itself came through okay, and I suppose ultimately that is what matters the most. I like the design, I like the look on the face there. Can we get that close enough without going out of focus or getting glare off the light? I think you can still see Maylin's face pretty clearly. Yeah, get the whiskers here. It's a nice, cute little pin. But there's more, so we must move on. So from here on out, it's all D23 official Disney Fan Club pins, because as I've said before, the reason to join D23 is to be able to buy more things specifically sold just for D23 people. And this thing kind of going off of our last pin is another Turning Red item, and that is the D23 Turning Red pin. Limited edition of 750. And it's Maylin in her red panda form. It's a bigger pin than I thought it was going to be. It's almost like one of those kind of like big stand-up Haunted Mansion pins, which I didn't buy any of. And indeed, now only 2 of them are available, so why would you buy just 2 of the 3 Hitchhiking Ghosts? But anyways, this one is maybe not as fancy as our other Turning Red pin. It's just a single layer, no pin on pin here, but it's very nicely done. It's Maylin clearly getting very worried about something. Presumably her mother has found out she is selling her red pandaness to make money. It's also the backing card, I think. I mean, the backing card on the other one is cute and all too, but this one I feel is more detailed. We have like a boba tea on the front here. We've got a recycling logo because early 2000s. And then on the back we have like all of our little doodles you'd find in a young person's notebook at school. Of like a badminton racket and Save the Planet, and of course, 4Town. And RPG, no, not rocket propelled grenade, no, not role-playing game, but Red Panda Girl. Oh, and Canada. If you don't like it, blame Canada. So that's been very chunky, very heavy, double pin back because of how big it is. Again, it's a fairly small limited edition on this. I think this sold out pretty quick. They released I think 2... Nope, I am thinking of the next pin. Never mind, forget what I was going to say. There's Maylin as a red panda. Let's move on to the pin that I was thinking of when I was starting to talk about this one. And our next pin is now coming in for a landing. It is the Gold Member exclusive limited release Gold Member pin. Actually, you let people know that you are, in fact, a Gold Member by having a pin that says Gold D23 Member on it. Mickey and Minnie in a very kind of retro, I think that's probably specifically supposed to be Plain Crazy, I believe is the name of the cartoon that they're specifically meant to look like here. Just flying in. Got double pin back. I don't know what it's meant. It feels like pewter to me, though. Feels and looks like a pewter pin. What do you think? Let me know if you think it looks like pewter to you. I miss when pewter was like a big deal. It's a very 90s thing now, I guess, but I liked pewter stuff. I have a few pewter pieces. That's just a nice little pin. I don't think it's available any longer. Although maybe it's a limited release, not a limited edition. There's not a number on it. So it might still be. It's literally been sitting around here for well over a month. And I think it released at the same time. I was thinking about with that mail-in pin, but I think it's actually released at the same time as the next pin, which is the one that I think sold out pretty quickly. These D23 limited edition pins seem to not sell out super fast, probably because of the limited audience that can buy them. But this next one I think is one that sold out pretty quickly. And our last pin for today is another limited edition pin. This one was an edition of 1967, 1967. And it is this D23 exclusive Pirates of the Caribbean pin, celebrating 55 years of Pirates of the Caribbean. And it is, of course, our sloppy drunk pirate with a pig. Yep, that scene of the pirate next to the pig on the ride. If you've been on the ride, you know it. You know this pin. You know his character. And, yeah, it's very cute. Double pin back. Fairly basic, just black card, but if you look very closely, I think it shows up on camera there, Dead Men Tell No Tales, which is not strictly speaking true, if you ever watched CSI. But again, much like the mail-in pin, it's fairly simple, it's fairly flat, no pin on pin here, but the artwork is very nice. I don't know if I can really catch that good of an image of it without the light glaring off of it, but I think it's a really nicely detailed pin. I mean, there's a lot of outline here. It's really nicely detailed for being an otherwise kind of flat and simple physical thing. The artwork on it's nice. And I believe we do have the Jolly Roger-ish Pirates of the Caribbean logo in the background there. Yep, nice, lovely little limited edition Pirates. Pirates is probably my second favorite ride. I mean, I love me some Star Tours, and of course Indiana Jones, but going back to my childhood, my first visit to Disneyland when I was like 5, you know, it's probably all about Haunted Mansion. Probably all about, at that point, probably more Pirates than Haunted Mansion. I think Haunted Mansion probably actually scared me as a little kid. But of the classic rides, definitely my number 2 after Haunted Mansion as an adult. And that's going to do it for this week. 5 lovely pins, 3 D23s, 2 non-D23s. And yeah, we're being a little more selective in what pins we order now, be a little more selective on what we order from Shop Disney in general. I think aside from Mickey Mouse, we haven't ordered anything from them in like a month, which is, you know, amazing restraint for us. So that's probably a good thing, but I have no worries that I'm going to run out of things to do for Saturday morning videos. I've got some stuff sitting around, and I've, you know, of course, if nothing else, I've got a rather large stack of toy box figures that we could always take a look at and just check out in the way I did back in the quarantine logs. But that will wrap up today's video. I hope you found this at all interesting or entertaining. If you did, go ahead and give the video a like, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.